Everybody ready?
Yeah, we be ready.
We're on call meeting to see if Vernon budget workshop, budget workshop, follow Monday, 5:30 D, on school, 2025, bonus and occasion, what is it?
Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this day, Lord, and for all your protection over us. We ask that you guide the council and help them to make the best decisions for the community. Keep our country safe and strong. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would say my bring a cushion and then put it in the pot.
Yeah. Number one, reviewing and relifting the budget.
So all that's in the packet. We're getting closer. Had us pretty leveled out until I found out about some more stuff we might experience. So I went ahead and added that back into streets and added in insurance for. We lost one, but we gained two, so I added in insurance for one in streets. And then I don't think the flock safety cameras were in here that we obligated to a while back with the sheriff's department. If they are, I don't know what category I put them under.
Mm-hmm.
So I added them back. So that put us at around 16,000 off at this point.
Mm-hmm.
If you look, you'll see the mowing was taken out. That's about 7,000 a year. That might be something you want me to add back. I was just trying to find money that could be done in-house. But the cemetery is mowed and that's around 7,000 a year. The fireworks, I think Michelle had a great idea with getting the donations from all the elected officials in the county. If we add that 20,000 back in, then we're 36,000 over. But all I put in there under fireworks was for your entertainment and the money to get the concessions. And if we had enough donations, it would cover that too. But you don't know if you're going to get $100 in donations or 30,000 in donations. I would say if y'all decide to do that, to go ahead and put it out there now so that it could be planned. But anyway, that's the only real things that I've changed other than what y'all had on there before. So right now we're about 16,000 out.
And I will be speaking with Jesse with Power Shows this week. I was supposed to speak with him last week and was not able to do that, so I'll be able to do this week and see about what happened with the part that we missed and if they're willing to do anything about it, and I'll let you know.
But that's not taking anything put back in the one we took out. Yeah.
That is just to get us through. I mean, I may have been, we could probably add 50 more thousand to the sewer plant, you know, we don't know what it's gonna cost. That was trying to be as cautious as we could and still hopefully be on budget. The garbage dumpsters will be up front the week of the 15th. And then I'll schedule them again for the week after Christmas so that everybody can get rid of all their old stuff when they bring in the new for Christmas.
The August 15th, they'll be out there.
Well, they'll be there the Friday before, but I'm not gonna publish it that
Till
way.
Till Monday.
Right, yes, ma'am. So they'll be there the Friday before. I know that's off topic, but what I,
They'll be full that day.
But that's not to include any hazardous materials.
no,
This kind
no
of,
tires and batteries.
They do it anyway, so.
this kind of off topic, but it's not. Power people will be here Thursday. Gulf Power engineer, and I'll meet with them. But also I'll talk to Chris Smith. Chris, we got to start paying power bill up there for the food pantry. My next meeting, it'll be on the agenda to vote. I'll have an amount now. Pretty sure we know what's burning right now. And that's a lot more than we thought it would be. So that will be added back in the budget.
Also, if you look under salaries, I have just nothing in there right now for the on-call pay or the overtime because I didn't know if y'all wanted to stick with the $35 a day on-call or take that out. I didn't know where to go with that. We know we're gonna have some overtime. No matter what, things are gonna happen. So I don't know what you want me to realistically do.
Miss Jordan,
Yes.
what did you say the legal cutoff was to put Jason on salary?
It's right at $19 an hour. It's 36 or 38 a year.
You there?
He's at 19, that's what he makes.
Yeah, they hit that, you want to make it different.
He can go on salary, but he can't have any raises, right? If he went on salary, he couldn't have any raises.
So,
Or could we do like a bonus periodically through the year?
Yeah.
so he can go on salary at any pay. The question is whether he will be exempt. for the rest of the
Exempt. But if he was gonna remain exempt, he can't make over 19, but we could
No,
compensate.
he can. He should make over 19 if he's going to be exempt. 19 is the minimum that you can pay and not have to pay overtime.
Okay,
Approximately.
okay.
For now, there was a change in federal law. There was a nationwide injunction put in place last year that would have brought that pay up somewhere into the $50,000 range. So just heads up that may be an issue at some point in the future. We may see a pretty significant jump in that, but right now he is paid enough to make him salary exempt from overtime.
Okay. I misunderstood it. So, but he could then get bonuses during the year if he went that direction. No, he
No.
cannot get bonuses.
Cannot get bonuses.
Okay.
He could negotiate for other benefits, like use of the city vehicle or
He's already doing that. We can get cheaper, but
Oh, it would definitely be cheaper if you took every. I mean, would you have him on call all the time?
So that's exempt overtime, meaning salary, no overtime.
Right.
No, you don't get overtime.
40 hours a week. Or 50, whichever way it is.
I worked about 15 years.
His salary stays the same no matter what.
Yeah, remote.
Even if you take a day off, you still have to pay him that amount. If he leaves early, you have to still pay him for a day.
yeah, I think we'll have to update your personnel policy if you're going to make any of your employees salary exempt. I don't think we currently provide for that.
It takes a day off.
He had benefits and it doesn't.
I mean, you take the 50, you'd have to have
But you
PTO
know,
to cover a day off.
if it was even
I mean, he would have to have PTO to cover a day off still.
it was still happening.
7 days.
What do you mean by taking a day off?
Yeah.
That'll be
What about-
Probably
What
more
is that?
time.
I mean, you
Hold
would
on,
still
let me
have to use PTO to cover a day off.
Right.
That would all still work the same, but he might negotiate that he has more PTO days or more vacation days.
Set number of sick days, set number of vacation.
Yeah, I mean,
Ms. Michelle, you said we would have to change the handbook on that. We'll do
Yeah,
that.
I don't think your
It does,
policy,
it does address,
so some of my communities calculate, work time differently than others. So I have one community that calculate overtime based on your daily hours. So if you went over 8 hours in a day, you got overtime. Which, as you can imagine, probably would create it's a lot to calculate.
Well, some jobs go by the week and some go by the day. You work overtime during the day, you get paid. But some, it's just if you go over 40 hours. Then you'll get it.
That's the way we're running it here is over 3 hours in the pay period, huh?
right.
Yeah, before that.
So we just need to figure out if this would work and save the city money.
can we see how many hours that they're working, like on a normal week now, though?
Mhm.
Like, is it like in some type of Excel spreadsheet or something?
No, I don't get them unless if the mayor or council asks me for them, then I reach out to Garrett and I get them and send them to him.
Cause I'm guessing that it's obviously over that every week, right?
I would probably average at 45 hours a week.
Last pay period, Jason had a lot of overtime.
And I thought we told them to do
Um,
time
And
for
we
that.
done, we flushed the water tower with about 20 hours in that.
But there's some weeks that he's right at 40 though, right?
Yeah.
Overtime?
No, I mean, just at 40 hours, a normal work week.
Or the always
But
out
it-
is a question.
We need to, we need
Cause
to,
if so, I mean,
Yeah.
he won't ever go for that. And that's our.
well, and we've cut out the overtime for the most part. He still had about 40 this past pay period.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, and you're talking about the water tank at school, right?
Right,
He didn't have to say.
yeah.
They have their own,
They do,
Do that,
their
too.
pumps. Do what?
the school board has their own people to do that. And I know that he's supposed to go out there and empty it and then refill it, but I don't think he has to sit there with them the whole time.
Well, we had to pay for
We pay for
it's
the
our,
tank.
it's our tank.
It's our tank, it's their
Okay.
pumps.
But the school board has somebody that goes out there and does that too. I mean, he's not out there to sit, I don't think.
Well,
We paid
now-
for the tank
Tank.
person we have the contract with to come clean the tank, basically. Jason had to turn it on and turn it off and take the
That's
samples.
it, that's
We
what
had-
I was told.
We had to fill it.
But he didn't have to sit out there
Yeah.
all those hours.
That also includes him going out there and testing, taking the test to wherever it goes.
How many hours is that? That he was out there?
I don't know,
It was from 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock. That's a lot of hours. Nothing. And I got him to stay out there that long.
But we do need to put cameras back in the sewer yard.
No, they need to come up here and clock in and out.
I agree, we have
You still
cameras
need
at the sewer
cameras
plant.
down there in that office.
Huh?
You need cameras down there in that office. They're just turn
We had cameras.
There's cameras on the outside of the plant. I'm sure I can get Travis to show me how. The only way you can see it is from my desk apparently. So I've never looked at them. There's a login. He asked me when I started, he came in and was asking me and I said, I don't know anything about it. And he said, well, Tracy kept it up all the time. And I said, well, I don't have time to watch the sewer plant. So I've never logged in and looked at it, but there is a way.
Yeah, I knew that there was because in the past, when certain instances came up, the footage was reviewed. But I don't know what happened
They're there.
They're there.
I just would have to ask him how to access them.
I don't matter where they clock in at. You need cameras in that office.
Well, if they're clocking in for each other, from what I hear.
This not only, the cameras are not only clocking in this for
I know that, but I'm just saying, if they're clocking in for each other, that is really not a good thing. Because that is fraud.
correct.
So the camera, I know, is not in the office. He just said it was on the exterior of the plant.
Yeah, I think it shows going in and going out, if I recall. Even on the road right there. That's where it shows. I don't believe there's one in the yard or at the building. I think it's just right there somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I remember the view.
I'll find out where the cameras
And it's
are.
not for, it was basically for people just going in the yard, I think, not for,
Yeah,
you know.
because
There's not any in the
vehicles identified going
Right,
in and
going
out of
into
it
the yard.
before. Right, moving on, anything in the budget?
So are y'all thinking of Jason on site? I gotta have y'all something for the next time.
We need to look into it and see. I mean, I don't know if it's something he's gonna go for.
Put some GPSs on them trucks. We need that. I hear people saying they go to all, pat them all everywhere in the trucks. Go to Hardee's and buy lunches and all kinds of stuff. It's gotta be all the time. That's how it saves a lot of money in gas. All right, we'll check on that. Yeah, what put in.
Let's see.
But any thought other than that, I'm taking it, we're not gonna rehire since we're already out of budget.
I don't see how we can at this point.
I know this, but, well, we'll discuss that in the other one.
Anybody else? I'm sorry.
You want that deal go next?
Oh, are we done here with this?
Y'all, well, if y'all can tell me, I mean, we can get a tracker for $100.
You know what?
The GPS trackers for like $100.
Is there a monthly deal?
Just looking.
I mean, that'd be something that you could go through for the insurance for the vehicle.
Air tags.
Who done that?
To make the insurance go down on the vehicles too.
Check the insurance on it.
I think the insurance company has something that can do that.
I'll have to read on it. It doesn't tell me that there's a monthly. I'll have to check on it. So just looking at, I don't want to take everybody's time, but I need to know where to go with it. Fire department, is everybody pretty on board with that? For the most part, the county is paying that whole budget.
What about that truck they got in there?
They got a truck that needs $12,000 in repairs. We put repair and maintenance 15,000. Of course, that when the budget comes October 1, we won't have 15,000 to start with. It's money that'll build up over accumulate, so, but we put 15,000 in there total for repairs and maintenance. They probably spent, I don't have the numbers I had brought in here, but it was onward of, what, 40,000 or something like that this past year. And then the street department, I added in the extra insurance. I think everything else is fairly close. I put that flock safety camera under that budget. Left animal control at 4,500. On the rec budget, they did not bring in as much this year in concessions because of the way their games were lined up. So that was something she was gonna try to work on for this next coming season as far as baseball. So. And the 4th of July and her salary are listed here, but they actually come out of general fund. So that's where you have that funded by the city of Vernon. Those things.
What is it? $15 an hour going that
Not this time, but next
that
time. Where does that leave us next? City Hall fund again. The utilities are killing that budget. And we have a lot of repairs that need to be done here. A lot, but there's no way to do them with the utilities. Water and sewer, I ended up putting, to get back to it, I'm sorry, 30,000 in repair and maintenance. That could easily probably be 50. But hopefully there's things we can do with the grant coming in that will stop that. I mean,
inside that gate part, the spray field, I hope it's
operating supplies, I lowered a little bit from last year because we have a stockpile. Well, there seems to be a stockpile of chemicals and things, so hopefully we won't have to spend as much. But nothing else really, I mean, everything else is pretty set on that. And then the salary is the last, and the only thing we can do with that is take the on-call off and if Jason went on overtime, on salary, not much changes there.
You got that ATV, but 2,000 there. Why we got that,
Where are we going back at?
that ATV?
On the,
Five side. To rig water meter, Johnny. I don't ever see him rig water meters, but. Well, I see him doing side of those with. So like Jason now.
So are we taking the on-call out? And if so, how are we gonna
Well, if it's on,
maneuver that?
they get $35 per megawatt for on-call. That's,
they get $35 a day for being on call, whether they go out or they don't. Before, if they took a call, they were charging a 2-hour call out service.
so why did we change it?
Cause it was cheaper on.
Oh, if they do that way, but if they don't go out, then they don't get, it just cause you're on call if you. Well, I don't know.
Michelle, you have an opinion on that, about stepping on toes and doing something we shouldn't, we cut that out?
You cut out what, the on-call pay? Again, we have to go back and amend your policy. But I assume these would take effect October 1.
So that again? Sure.
You can change it, we just have to change the personnel policy. But I assume these changes take effect October 1.
Yeah, for the budget year.
Is that something y'all wanna do, or?
Right now, a time sheet for the last month. We can get them.
Yeah, I'll just email Garrett to send them to him.
Let's look at what they're doing.
I'd like a copy of that also, Candace.
How can we get everybody a copy of that?
I'm sorry, I should know this, but when is our next budget workshop? Maybe I don't know.
I think it's before the next meeting. I think we were just gonna do it and then have the meeting.
You got a date?
I only have,
I had one for, the tentative one is the 8th.
is that what we said?
The
Well, I thought we
8th of
changed it
September.
because-
Well, we changed the 8th of September.
Yeah, man, then the budget workshop was the 15th. That's what we got.
Yep, but we were gonna meet again, just before this next meeting to kind of finalize what we wanted to have the tentative at. Because I did the millage rate at, in other words, we've gotta have a majority vote, but we have to have a majority vote to do anything anyway. If we do the maximum, it does increase it, but all 5 council members have to approve it. And you don't know that, I mean, we know we have to have a majority to move forward, but we don't know that you're gonna have all 5 vote on that. So I just did it as at the majority rate, which is still higher than the rollback rate. And you want a month worth?
Yeah, I think that.
I'm just letting him know so he'll get them to me. I have their pay stubs. I mean, I have everybody's, access to that, but I don't see what they, and I don't look at them either unless y'all ask.
I want a copy of the time cards for July.
So that's something that if y'all can just kind of have what you want for next time, so, or call me and say, hey, I think this, and I'll put it in here and then we can discuss it. That way we have a number to look at. And even though I'm not here as much, I kept that. If y'all get rid of me, then you gotta hire somebody to replace me, so I didn't change that amount. But I am still making sure that I cover full-time hours, so.
If anybody's got any plans to get rid of these, we appreciate it.
So we do gotta cut, we gotta cut 16,000 out somewhere, so y'all just be, I mean, we could say we're not gonna spend it at on the street or the sewer, but we probably are, so.
Okay, does anybody else have anything on the budget? If not, I'm going to adjourn the workshop and open the regular workshop. Call it to order. Number 1, animal control.
Y'all wanted to discuss it at the workshop because we lost the animal control person.
Well, them three, you have to take it up whether they like it or not.
Which means we're gonna have to pay for them to go to somebody.
I think it's I wanna say it was $800 or something like that, said Chad, cause he had just renewed his a couple months ago.
Where do they go?
You have to find the one, I wanna say he went to Pensacola, but the next closest one was gonna be like Ocala or something. So it just depends on when they're available.
So we need to find out which one of them would be willing to do it.
I would do that. Here.
Michelle, is it okay for one of us to talk to him and ask him, or is it something we gotta do in the meeting to see which one of the three of them wants to, would be willing to take it on, or?
I mean, I think it's fine for the mayor to talk to them,
I'll talk to them.
but
Is being an animal control officer worth an extra $1 an hour?
It's one of them, not. You know, there is one.
I mean, if he does it right.
Can't you find somebody to sub it out?
So it's
You
best-
pay a lot more than what we're paying.
Way more.
So he was getting, wasn't Chad getting extra pay for the, it was not,
Only if he went out and y'all had told him, don't put him out on like certain weekends so that, cause the
Yeah.
traps have to be checked every 12 hours if they're out. So if they're out on a Saturday or Sunday, he has to, you know,
We had quit doing more weekends.
yeah, y'all had stopped doing that unless it was like, there was a bad issue and he had put it out on a Friday night, but then he had to pick it up on that Saturday and not do it the Sunday. That's how y'all hadn't done it, but unless it's a vicious animal or something.
yeah, and I think if the sheriff's department is calling situations like that, then they call the county. Even in the city.
Yeah.
If the sheriff's department's calling first. Alright, is there anything else on that? No, let's move on to number 2, possible land sale. Were you able to find out anything on that? Like Mr. Gary mentioned, that I guess that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, you had talked to Trey?
No, I didn't,
Oh, okay.
but I will. I forgot to.
Okay, well, we'll just table this, number 2. Number 3, sewer plant list of repairs. I think everybody has those in front of them.
Anybody know where Jason's at?
I do, oh, sorry, he had to take someone to the emergency room.
All right, I'll go. I can kind of tell you what he's had on parts, and they haven't been putting in It's all saying in the cold room not working. That hadn't worked in a long time, and that's a simple fix. Just get a van, put it in. Uh, Go on down to your skimmers not operational. They haven't been operating since before February. And they couldn't been repaired. Go on down, it got one air compressor is down. Now that other one goes down, plant don't run. Number 2 blower's not operational. It goes down, plant don't run. Here, leave it top of the plant. Continue to patch it instead of fixing. Replace ARVs on effluent pumps. He's had them sometimes and not been installed.
Do we know how long they've been here?
I don't.
What, this list,
No, no.
how long they been there?
No, number 8 on the wastewater treatment. It says they've been received, but I'm assuming it's parts to fix them, and we've had them, but we just don't know how long.
I'll get my, the AC and MCC room, it's bad. Spray field that is, spray heads that, spray field, a lot of them are bad. And that's something he should have spare parts for that on hand. Need both check valves at spray field pump station. I think we have them, I'm not sure. I will know tomorrow. Jason went to school to get his license. Still don't have them. Can't operate without them license. That's the license just, out for just doing repairs. Repair, we're on water treatment, it's still water treatment. Repair check valve number 1. They're down there at the sewer yard, wouldn't it? Replace ARV well number 1. Got it too. That been installed. Replace ARV well number 3. I'm not so sure they got that. I'll find out. Restore water to chlorine analyzer well number 3. Replace the test in there on wells 1 and 2. Water usage is up over 100%. That's a definite no. And it's never been like that. Put wells 1 and 2 back online as soon as possible. Need eye wash station at wells 1 and 2. We've got them.
Where'd you go to? Are you back at the first part of the list?
Water treatment.
Oh, in the wood.
So we have them, are they installed, or are they?
We've got them, they're not installed.
They're not installed, you say?
Right. Number 2, a check valve replaced at well. We've got it. Not installed. Paint the well heads and piping at all well sites and that school tank. That's should have been done. Keep grass cut at high school should be done. Replace ARV well number 3. We've got it. See that installed. Generators. I can't tell you if they're running or not, but I'll know this week. If I was a betting man, I'd bet no. Number 16 should have been done. the license, he's supposed to have the distribution operator license. He's took the class. I don't know what happened.
We sent off Becky actually asked me about it a couple of weeks ago, so I called him, and he brought his paperwork up to the office, and I mailed a check so that he could take the exam. And he said that they would email him to schedule the exam, but I don't know an update.
When he went to the class, why didn't he take the test at class?
He said he had to find his diploma.
Well, I'm gonna ask you something, who's paying for it this time?
Well, he's already taken the class, so the test is $75. We sent the test money off, and that was $75.
But if he had taken the test when he went there, wouldn't that have been included?
Oh, he can't. I don't. From my understanding, he had to schedule to take the state exam. That was just the training refresher
So there was no
course.
test, there was no test given that day.
No, ma'am. But he had to take that course to take the
He took the
Test.
test.
is what I understand. But his paperwork has been mailed to take it.
Well, can you get a copy of when the test is being given?
I
Ma'am?
can.
Ma'am,
I asked Candace, could she get a copy of when the test is being given so that we make sure that he goes to take the test? And you already sent the money off for the test. He needs to go take it.
I'll find out when the state's
When the
offering the
schedule of it.
when the state's offering the exams.
So we paid it for him to go down there and take that test.
But he ain't went. Well, we don't know when the test is being given.
they usually don't give it when you're down there taking class.
Huh?
They usually don't, state usually doesn't give it.
But
I
I'm
think
thi-
did somebody tell me they take them at not Haiti, in Chipley, Panhandle, Botech.
they have the test up there?
They might. Did somebody tell me that?
Me,
Okay.
that's where we lost guys went to take it.
Okay. So he should be able to schedule it then once they do all this paperwork.
I'll get with him tomorrow and find out why all this hasn't been done.
Well, Jimmy gave us his.
Why not?
Well, that's all that stuff that's received, that's not about that.
Well, where are these logs kept, Mr. Gary?
What?
All these logs that he's supposed to be doing daily, twice a day, where are they
I'm gonna go
kept?
look at them, they're down there in the sewer yard,
Okay,
where they're supposed to be kept there by law.
I just wanted to know, are they being done?
So what's been presented in our packet is supposed to be on file at the sewer plant.
You know what?
What we've been presented with is supposed to be on file at the sewer.
All these logs that he's
This
supposed to.
paperwork,
Yeah.
Jason should have a copy, but it don't have to be on file legally.
But okay, what I'm saying is he's getting a copy of this regularly.
Yeah,
Well, Jimmy said he had gave it to it, but he never gave it to us. He gave him a copy, but he didn't give it
Well,
to
I
the council.
before I got sick, Jimmy and them made up this copy, they were doing it and we're keeping up with it. And since I've been back, I haven't, this,
I've never seen this list before.
I got it down.
I remember Jimmy bringing us a list of things that needed to be done.
That same list, but not, it wasn't as dead.
No, okay.
It wasn't as dead.
That was quite a while ago, and I
Yeah,
didn't realize it. I remember it was not this long for sure. And so I thought that we were where we needed to be with all of that. Obviously, we're not
Yeah.
close.
A lot of it, we just got our funds relieved and all that, Candace address that.
So we got the release of funds for this portion of the grant. Dale, knows all about that, but basically, Mr. Gary asked me to reach out to Fred today and say, hey, the parts that we need to order that our own crew can put on, can those be bought with the grant money? And he said, yes, we would have to have specifications on them, put it in the paper to bid it, and then, but we didn't have to hire people to do it, we could pay our people and that the state would pay for that. So if there's things on the list, I think there's things not on the list that are bad, but things on the list, we could get the specifications like the air compressors, air conditioner, stuff like that.
Let me ask you, did the state reimburse the city time?
No, sir. That was, our people will not be paid, but they would pay for the parts.
Yeah. But it could keep us out of getting a
Consent order
consent order.
or worse, just not functioning down there. We've already bought 2 air compressors in the last 6 months.
Right, and plus, I think they need to go back to 8-hour days, 5 days a week. Because I don't see them 10 hours, I don't see anything that's really been done.
Amen.
They need to be 5 days a week, 8 to 5, and they don't clock out for lunch. Why are they not clocking out for lunch?
Put it on the agenda to vote on.
Huh?
Put it on the agenda to vote on.
That's what I said, we need to, that's why I'm bringing it up, so it can't go under the agenda.
You're gonna kinda need to stagger their hours so we can get coverage from 7 to 5.
Well, I don't see, if they're not doing anything in the morning but from what I understand, but sitting around down there, coming in at 6:30, not doing anything, then why can't they work an 8 to 5 shift? I mean, what is the difference? I don't see why they come in and work 8 to 5, like the girls, the ladies do. I mean, what's the difference? It's 8 hours is 8 hours, and they're coming in at 6, and it's out of it. One of the people on my said they weren't doing nothing, so. And the citizen told me that. So they come in at 6:30 and sit around and not do anything.
I know that the inside employees, it's always been 8 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
and then they clock out for lunch. But on the outside employees, wasn't it from 7 to 5 and they clock out for lunch?
But they don't clock out for lunch, from what I said.
So if they're clocking in before 7,
That should,
Shouldn't be.
that shouldn't be. We're getting paid for, they shouldn't be getting paid for. Shouldn't be.
well, I
clocking
can
out
tell
before
you
7
that,
o'clock.
that
When did they start that?
well, I don't know. I didn't even know they were on 4-hour days until it came up here a month ago.
Yeah.
When we didn't know who was working.
Y'all want me to go pull the personnel policy so you can
Well,
see?
do we have them down for 12-hour days?
I think there are 4 10s in the personnel policy.
Really? See, I didn't realize that.
Neither, but they used to work
But
8 to 5.
they're clocking in before 7 o'clock, and they're not clocking out for lunch. So they're getting,
More, that's where the overtime
you
hours are
know,
coming.
some extra
Hours,
hours right there,
that's an
at least
extra hour.
2.
I don't know if they're clocking out like that. I didn't look at that close time.
They're not clocking out for lunch.
The one that I saw, the
They're
same
not.
one that you got before,
They're not
it-
clocking
they-
out.
every one of them was before 7 o'clock. I mean, I don't have that with me, but
What about, did they show hours for clocking out for lunch?
they were all, no,
They don't clock out
I
for
don't-
lunch.
it didn't show on the time sheet that I got probably. Now, I don't know, but it's going
They
from
don't clock out.
before
for lunch.
7 and clock out 5 or a few minutes after. If they're gonna come in early like that, then they go out. In my opinion.
And so we don't even know how long the lunch hour they take.
does.
They're not clocking in and out. I mean, this is a free for all until.
They need to work whatever we schedule the shift for.
That's right.
You
And
can't
it's,
make
it's
your own
not
hours.
6:30, it's 7 in the personnel policy.
Well, I know where I was, I was clocking in at 6:30. You gotta get off at 5.
That's what your current policy says, assuming that I've got the, most recent copy, that maintenance workers, their workday shall begin at 6:30, conclude at 5, excluding a half-hour lunch period.
Half hour lunch.
That's
So
what,
you
I get
gotta take 2 hours.
That's what's in our current policy?
that's what's in the policy that I have. I'm sure that is
That's probably the current.
100% accurate.
So that makes a 10-hour day, 4 days a week. If they came in at 6:30 and clocked out for lunch for 30 minutes.
We just need to see what July looks like.
When did they get
Go
going?
from there.
Yeah,
But they're still not supposed to exceed 40 hours a week. Like Jason doesn't have the authority under this policy to authorize overtime for anybody.
We gave that to the mayor, right?
yeah.
The mayor's the only one that can authorize the overtime. Should go.
You know, I mean, sit him down and said, look, you're just gonna have to call me. Sometimes, most of the time he does, sometimes he don't. But we need to figure out what we're gonna do about the call out time. I put Jason on salary. We just have to figure the other one out.
I'd save money doing that.
Cause Friday, the only person at work was Rusty, was there by himself, Friday. And he had said that he was gonna adjust the schedule so that there will be 2 people there. You know, because his Chad is gone, so 2 people could be there, but no. Rusty was there by himself. Jason was on, and so was his, Logan, both of them was on.
I asked Jason about salary a minute ago, and he said, yes, they could put me on salary, but I'd like to get more like 120 on the extra hours of vacation so that I could be off extra if I need it. Ask if there's any way to give Logan and Rusty a raise since I would be going on salary. They are working their butt off.
Something we need to talk about.
Right now.
Yeah.
Something we need to talk about that, man.
Come on.
The whole purpose of putting him on salary is to try to save the money in our budget.
And we're not giving him no extra
I don't know that we
hours.
could give them a raise.
I mean, no vacation time.
You don't,
give that.
I mean, it's,
He don't
I'd
tell
love
us
to be
what
able
to
to give
do,
him a raise.
and he don't bargain with us. He does not bargain with me. But you know that. You don't make up your time and work, and this is what I'll do if you do this. You don't bargain, you work for us. Okay, so you're not bargaining with us.
That's right.
We need to
Amen.
discuss it further, I guess.
Don't make up your time. Tell me what you're gonna do. That's not how jobs work.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, moving on from the sewer plant list of repairs. Number 4, mayor's concerns. Have you,
I think me and you covered that one today, if you'll talk to him. And
yes, sir. Yes,
the
sir.
rest of it was sewer, so.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That was just stuff that Jimmy gave me.
Okay, does anybody else have anything?
I do.
Dale and Michelle.
Okay. So we have Zoom mediation tomorrow in the Trappers Drive case. I apologize, I got soap in my eye, right before I had to leave the meeting, so my eye's very irritated. Candace can log in remotely, tomorrow, but do y'all want to appoint a second representative to attend the mediation?
What time?
I think it's at 1.
Again, I'm being busy, not,
Yeah, it's at 1.
Log into a Zoom meeting at 1. This when?
Okay. What the Travis Drive stuff.
Candace, you gonna log in? You'll be here for that? Or?
I'm just gonna remotely
that's
log
fine.
in.
Well, I would, but y'all, I'll be honest, I'm gonna have a grandbaby tomorrow, and human Zoom meetings don't go very well.
I'm gonna get the stuff from Candace.
Man, I can log in at work.
I'm not sure.
Huh?
It's not mandatory in the event that there is some kind of settlement. I don't think there will be, but the agreement has to come back before the council regardless, so.
Okay, so, as long as Candace is there, that's all that matters? Okay.
Brittany, you can do it.
If anybody else, if y'all want to do it, Candace can give y'all the information.
When she do.
Well,
she'll
you're
bring it back.
gonna send me the Zoom link?
I could get it up on my phone, maybe.
Mr. Dale. Sorry.
What'd you say? We just ignored you, didn't we?
No, I was talking about anybody else here before.
That just means that you get to work more and get paid about the same.
Joe Fowler.
That's what it said.
Yes,
So we opened bids on the well work, well 1 and 2, on the 24th. We had 2 bidders, CBC Construction, which I think is out of Youngstown, and Marshall Brothers, which is out of Panama City.
Marshall Brothers.
So CBC's total bid was $892,851.08.
Say that again.
892,851.08. Marshall Brothers total bid was $969,200, 969,200. I was pretty sure when we bid it was gonna go over if we did everything, so we broke it into pieces. So the smallest piece, the base bid for CBC was I'll round numbers to make it easy, $531,500. And Marshall Brothers was $716,300. Your budget, for those of you who are keeping up, was $505,000. So the 531 is fairly close.
Which is CDC.
In the CDC. So a couple things are going on since then. So I've had a couple discussions with Jimmy, and you'll remember that this project's been going on for a long time. And that little list that you got there, we've kind of had a similar list that we're working from there for these 2 wells. And since then, some things have changed at the wells, and Jimmy has concerns with what is actually, the wells actually operating the way they need to operate. So some of the items we had shifted into alternates probably need to be moved up in the base bid. So what we're gonna have to do is play a shell game here and try to get with the contractor and see if we can move some things out, move some things in. So you got a couple options. Option 1 is to do that, which I think is the best option. I'll tell you why. Past projects we've had to rebid, and you know what happens. One option we had would be to restructure the way it's laid out and rebid the job. Certainly doable, but it's not. There's no way it's going to come in this cheap. I mean, almost 100% guarantee it's going to go higher. They never ever come back cheap. So if we can negotiate with the contractor and make it work and get in the budget or very, very, very close to budget, then that would be the way I would recommend that we do it. And the plan is right this minute is Wednesday morning, myself and Jimmy and the contractor are going to meet here at City Hall. And then I've invited the mayor and Candace and Jason as well to talk about what really needs to be done absolutely positively, and then see how we can kind of shift things around and make it work. After that meeting, I'll know better exactly where we're at. Hopefully we can get it all solved at that meeting, and then come to the council meeting, 2 weeks from now.
That's great.
Y'all can vote to award and we'll move on with our lives. But either way, I'll have an answer for you then. So I would need to be on the agenda just to kind of talk about what the next steps are. So that's the brief digest version.
Wednesday, what time?
Wednesday at 10 a.m.
does anybody have anything for Mr. Dale?
The other project that has the generators, lift station generators, SCADA, and the force main work over here on Dawkins Road, that project is now under construction technically. The notice to proceed was issued last week, the week before, I think. If I'm not mistaken. The completion date for that work is May 11th of 26. Confirm that for us. A lot of that time length has to do with ordering generators and getting generators. It takes, those things are 12, 15 weeks out from the work itself won't take that long. Yeah, so they were supposed to start today. Today's their official start day in terms of the clock, and May 11th, 2026 is the finish date. So that's Martin Construction LLC. They're out of Kingston.
Did you get the notice to proceed I sent you this weekend on it?
And that, I think Candace and the mayor mentioned that the work at the wastewater treatment plant, that work's finally been turned loose for me to start on that. So we're gonna be doing what we gotta do, you know, the bid documents to turn out for bidding, and then at the same time, we'll try to turn out whatever we can to let, you know, as a city, get some smaller things done, try to do with the house. I think we're still trying to run down whether or not Airmod's coming to do a plant evaluation. And I think we have to have Aqua Aerobics, so it's the filter manufacturer, come and do the same kind of evaluation on the filters themselves. I'm gonna try to run that down as well. And then between that list that Jimmy put together, we'll probably, and whatever information we get back from those two vendors, we'll walk the project and try to come up with what needs to be done versus what was in the grant and how we can shuffle that around to get y'all what you need.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have anything for Mr. Dale?
I wanted to ask you something. What are we looking like on a completion date on the septic station? We talked about it and I don't remember.
So completion date for when it's built and turned over and ready to start is probably at least a year.
Okay,
'Cause
and
again,
completion,
Go ahead.
well, no, the reason I ask is even when it's done, if the plant's not ready, we can't,
That'll
it's
be-
not gonna
that'll
take
be a
it
different
anyway.
discussion at that point.
It's not gonna take it anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that thing, you know, that, as you know, when you pump out septic tank, the stuff that's in septic tank is pretty bright, to say the least. So you don't want to kill your plant. I mean, that's not solving any problems. And again, the timeline on that has to do with equipment work, and that equipment takes a long time to be delivered and it's got to be installed. Yeah, I would say at least a year, maybe even 18 months. It's a long time. That may, fortunately, may line up fairly well with sewer work. I just don't know.
Well, we need the income, but we can't, if we destroy the rest of the plant before the plant's ready to take it, then we've lost out anyway.
Does anybody else have anything? Not, can I have a motion to adjourn? I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. Gary.
I'd like to get with Jason on this, Dr. Point tomorrow. Wednesday, meet with, Dale and Jenny on it Wednesday to this list. I'm not scheduled a workshop next Monday for this list. It's pretty severe. We don't wanna go on no consent order. We wanna take advantage of
So you're asking for a special meeting or a workshop?
workshop.
Special workshop on the list, the plant for next Monday.
Let's change it to a meeting in case we do need to vote on something.
Okay. Is everybody agreeable with that?
Next Monday?
5:30.
5:30.
Yeah, same time.
Candace, send me an email reminding me of that so I can put that notice up.
Okay.
Would that be on the 10th?
11.
11.
All right, if nothing else, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I'll say.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. We adjourn. Very well.